Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum. We are about to end halftime. Miami Central leading Mainland by a score of 17-14. Coach, in the first half, we saw Central open up the game with a scoring drive. They kicked a field goal, forced a Mainland punt. They had 3 plays, 3 yards. They punted. As we all know, Ja'Kai Polite did not do the punting. Ja'Kai's been hurt. We haven't seen him at all in the first half. And then Mainland goes on to score 2 touchdowns through the air, forcing 2 Central punts their next couple of possessions. And then Mainland throws a pick, which leads to a score. They then punt, a touchdown run by Central, 17-14. Thoughts on the first half?
Thought it was a well-played half. I thought both teams' strategies look really good to me. It will be interesting to see what kind of halftime adjustments are made here and which team blinks, because this is going to be anybody's football game. A turnover here or a special teams play there could certainly turn this around. I think both teams have enough character to stay in this thing.
We, as most people know, Mainland is looking to get back to the state championship game for the first time since 2003 when they won the 5A state championship. On the other hand, Miami Central is looking to make it a 3rd consecutive time. We've talked about it before. It'll be slightly disappointing for either team if they don't make it to the championship game next weekend.
Did you say slightly disappointing?
Slightly.
Yeah, it'll be very. Yes, they will be highly disappointed, I do believe. But you know, if it didn't matter, I've been on the bus with teams after a game that there was a loss and there was laughing and joking. There won't be any of that tonight. You know, a lot of these seniors. That's the great thing about the playoffs is you never know when it's going to be your last game. You're out there and you're a senior and you're playing. You know, there's probably 20 seniors on each team, and 20 of them are through with their last high school football game tonight.
Well, we know coming into the game that Mainland was at full strength. They finally got Kalo Hanna back and a few other guys. Now, standing there at the 32-yard line with a crutch is number 10, Ja'Kai Polite. Coach, I don't know if you saw that or not, but losing him is huge for Mainland.
Oh, my. I mean, I know that they have some special offensive plays for Polite. They've dodged the bullet. Their kicker has handled the punting chores well enough. He hasn't made a critical error in it, but Polite is such a strong defensive end. They call him All-State at practice, and I won't be the least bit surprised if he doesn't win one of those awards as an All-State player. But just a junior, and hopefully it'd be something that he could rebound from and play next week. But it's a pretty good strain of some sort because as you watch him walk right there, he can barely get along right there. It's one of those things you wonder if he'd be back in a week or not.
But the importance of Ja'Kai Polite goes far beyond defensive end and punter, Coach. We've seen him line up. He's a
football.
He's a threat for the jump ball. We've seen him block. We've seen him in the red zone. We've seen him play cornerback. I mean, the kid does it all.
Yes, he does. And he's going to have to count on his teammates to press on and get this thing done. And I tell you what, if they do that in his absence, I think that'll be a tremendous effort by Mainland. But we've got another 24 minutes of football to be played right here.
Definitely a big second half for the Buccaneers. They're going to receive the second half kickoff. We could probably tell everybody what's going to happen because we've seen the Central kicker 4 times tonight. Trailing 17-14, the Bucks again will get the ball first in the second half.
So it's 60 yards to the goal line and another 70 to the end line here on this kick if you're wanting to do the math on how far he kicks this thing. Not much breeze here tonight. And that one's going to be the 60, the 70, about 75 yards. Tremendous kick, tremendous coverage.
And it was through the uprights again.
Yeah, I haven't seen him put any points on the board for that, but it's pretty impressive.
Eventually that's going to be, I mean, they change enough rules. Eventually that might be something. And each time that he does it, he runs off the field. When he doesn't get it through the uprights, he's visibly disappointed in himself. So here we go. The Buccaneers will have the ball.
Their coach is saying, let's play ball here. The defense is out there on the field. They're still waiting for the Mainland offense to take the field. The time clock has now started. There's only 23 seconds left, so they're going to have to hustle out and get this first snap started. They don't want to start with a delay game penalty to begin this second half.
They're going to start out with their big group the same way they started out the first half. That's going to be Oliver and McCrary. They need to start
quick or they're going to have to delay a game.
3, 2, 1. Got it off.
Speed sweep. Number 8 makes a nice cut.
And he stepped out of bounds. Officials are going to rule that he stepped out of bounds.
That's Wilford Taylor, I believe, number 8.
Sir. At the 33-yard line.
So big first down to open up the second half. Mainland using their speed to the outside, and at Central, I guess if you get around the end, they take you out because number 7's leaving and 12 is replacing him. Here comes the Bucks. They're in their big boy, you say. They got their big boys out there. 2 tight ends, 2 defensive players in the backfield.
McCrary on the carry.
Nimble feet for a big boy.
So that would be a McCarry?
A McCarry, that's right. I'm going to have a couple of those on my way home tonight.
Oh, that's so bad.
Kevin McCrary is a junior. He's got offers from Duke, UMass, North Carolina. Duke and North Carolina, he must be a pretty smart kid as well.
UMass as well. Well, I mean,
UMass, oh, absolutely. I don't mean to cast dispersions on UMass. North Carolina State, South Florida, and UAB.
Okay, so the Buccaneers are going to stay in this particular offensive set. It's going to be second down. And we'll call it 4 from the 39-yard line.
This will be Denzel keeping it. No, he's going to throw it. He's going to keep it and throw it. And, oh, receiver just opening up right there. Again, that's Wilford Taylor trying to go down the far sideline, and he's covered by number 35, who's an extremely tall fella.
He's the young man that caught the tipped.
Right, intercepted the ball.
Interception.
Yep.
Or the tipped pass that led to his interception, which then led to a Miami Central touchdown.
I thought they might have the quarterback lead. I'm sure they've got that as part of this game plan in this set.
Staying once again with the big guys.
I'm really surprised. Well, we probably see Polite at tight end, but we're seeing number 16 in there right now. Brunson. There's the quarterback keep. He's outside the contain. He's getting a great block from Taylor, and he's out of bounds for the first down. Nice block by the wide receiver.
And that's one of the things that Denzel does so well. We've seen him get around the edge on teams, and he's not a bury his shoulder type of guy. He takes what's given to him, and then he just steps out of bounds.
I was talking with Coach Garner, the running back coach, the other day, and he said that Denzel plays football like he's playing a video game. He has nothing bothers him, and he has poise in every situation. Here we come, power again, straight at him. This is the adjustment Mainland has made.
Kyle Oliver on the carry. He's going to pick up about a yard. Brought down one of the tacklers was number 9, Adam Madison, along with Wayman Steed.
Mainland definitely has a size advantage when they have the ball. Both offenses are bigger than their defensive counterparts. But if you look out there, every defensive player has an eligible number on that I can see so far, every one of them.
Second down and 8 for the Buccaneers.
Got a dead ball foul.
Something called against
Mainland,
Central's
I would guess.
Defense maybe jumped off sides. It's one or the other here, folks.
Dead ball, offside, Rockets. That'll cut that from 2nd and 8 down to 2nd and 3, and that's always a better play or situation to be in to call a play.
Well, like Coach Allen always says, it's easier to call those plays.
Yes.
So 2nd and 3 for the Buccaneers. They've crossed the 50, and they're into Miami Central territory. They have the ball resting at the 48-yard line.
I think they've decided here if they can maintain possession of the ball, keep it away from Central. If they could march it down here and score, that would be quite a feat. Counter.
Following the blocks of McCrary and Oliver. Wow. Your buddy, number 35, coming in Jamel Cook.
Is Jamel's height listed there, Coach?
Jamel Cook is listed at 6'3", 180 pounds.
And he may be one of the 2 or 3 biggest players on the defense. They've got a bunch of 170, 80-pound guys playing in the defensive line.
They have a freshman defensive lineman that's 6 foot, 230 pounds, but that's just freshman. That's just baby fat.
Here they come again. 2 tight ends, 1 flanker.
3rd and short. McCrary
outside. McCrary's going to bull his way, and he's going to get to the 40 or to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
Donovan Thompson and Calvin Bruton in on the stop. McCrary enough yards to pick up a first down. And move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers.
McCrary is he's more than just a lumbering in there kind of a guy. He can kind of go up in there and see the daylight and make a little cut and keep going forward. Not a guy you'd want to try to arm tackle.
Coach, not a guy you want to try and tackle, period.
I wouldn't want to try to tackle him.
That's a lot of human being coming at you. 1st and 10. Houston fakes it to McCrary. He's under pressure. Houston's going to roll to his right and throw near side, in and out of the hands of number 8. That's Wilford Taylor.
If they had any sort of a throw back to the away from that fake, that run fake, if they could sneak somebody out, drag them across, whatever, there's no one on that left side of the offense, which is the wide side of the field.
Now we're going to see Mainland's true offense come out onto the field. Kalo Hanna and Will Collins out there now with Randy Baker.
I'd love to see him run that speed option and pitch the football. And then we got a timeout by the Rockets with 9:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rockets lead the Bucks 17-14. We'll be back.
Okay. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. You're watching the Mainland Buccaneers and the Miami Central Rockets. The Rockets lead the Bucks by a score of 17-14. Here in the 2nd half, Mainland has taken the half's opening kickoff and kept possession. They're now at the 45-yard line of Miami Central. Killens on the carry. He's going nowhere.
Nope. The perimeter is the place to go on those guys because those receivers can run off the defensive backs and they can pitch the ball to Killens on the speed option. I'm going to stay with that till they do it.
Trying to find an Armwood score. The winner of this game.
Yeah, anybody out there's got an Armwood score, you can text Billy Gahagan at
my number.
That's right. If you know it, text him. If you don't, tough luck.
That's it.
Trips left. Single receiver right. This would be a great speed option. Look right here. We're going to drop back and throw it on 3rd and 11.
Here come the Rockets
try
under
to throw
pressure.
It. Nope.
Once again, in on the stop, Donovan Thompson.
Defense is fired up for the Rockets. They're getting off blocks, and we'll see if Houston can continue with his poise here. He seems to have his head up. And
Mainland's going to have to punt. 4th down and about 15. They're back to their 49-yard line. Once again, they are without punter Ja'Kai Polite, so that means Peter Baudette will take care of the punting duties for the remainder of the night.
First thing he's going to do is catch a snap, does a nice job. He's getting more comfortable, nice punt.
Devontae Phillips lets the ball hit at the 16.
Cardinal rule, let that roll on, buddy. That's all right. Down it at the 8-yard line, lost about 12 yards by not catching the punt.
Listeners all over the place, west coast of Florida, northern part of the United States, Thank you for tuning in. We have Buccaneer alumni listening. We have SEABREEZE SANDCRABS alumni listening.
How about some Father Lopez alumnus? We heard from anybody there?
Right here.
Got these two.
Does that count?
Yeah, always.
And not him. Oh. All right, go ahead. Right, defend yourself. Go.
Oh, I'm a SEABREEZE grad, Coach.
I know you are.
Coached by the best. Coach Rocky Yoakum.
I'll pay you later. Here we go.
1st and 10 Rockets from their 7-yard line.
Quarterback sweep, turned it in like you're supposed to, but we're not making the tackle as quickly as we should.
Gerard Thomas keeping the ball himself. He's going to pick up 9 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 1.
This could be a waste down. They could try to throw the ball deep here, try to loosen up the secondary just a little bit. But they're not. Try a little running game of their own.
That was a direct snap to your guy.
Number 4.
That's Anthony Jones, excuse me.
The athlete.
Guys, I believe there's some Father Lopez football players and the head coach in the stands just below us here on the left-hand side.
Well, there you go. Everybody's interested.
1st down, Rockets.
Quarterback counter, breaks the line of scrimmage. Doesn't look like there's much there, but he just squeezes through and picks up about 6, maybe more.
The Rockets are going with the backfield of Anthony Jones and Cedric Miller as quarterback Gerard Thomas stays on the sideline for their first possession of the second half. 2nd down, and we're going to call it 4 for the Rockets. Jones singled up in the backfield. He's going to follow the Big Uglies, break through the line of scrimmage into the secondary, and he has a 1st down brought down by Kyle Oliver.
Both teams just being real steady in their approach to starting the second half. We're going to take a 6-minute, 9-second water break. It won't last that long, but that's how much time there's left in the third quarter. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. 17-14 your score. Central still leads Mainland. 6:09 remaining in the third quarter. Mainland took the second half opening kickoff and was forced to punt Central in their first possession of the second half. They have the ball now. It's 1st and 10 from their own 37-yard line.
Got a reverse come. Oh, if we hadn't tripped, that might have been a huge play. Quarterback took off to his right, handed the ball back to number 8, who was coming back to his left on a reverse, but their feet got tangled and he went down.
Cedric Miller got tangled up with Jamari Hester as they pulled their tackle and tight end from the backside. Loss of 4 on the play will bring up 2nd down and 14.
Looks like their quarterback is returning. Throw the football here, I would say. Gonna have to hurry. There's 6 seconds left to go in on the play clock. 3, 2, got it. Oh, face mask, and we're gonna have a foul.
I think we're gonna have a false start.
A false start.
And Central.
Central linemen are pointing against the Buccaneers. We'll see who backs up first. Looks like maybe the Bucks are going to back up. That's going to be a first down if it goes. Nope. You're right again, Coach Gahagan.
I like to think that every once in a while I know what I'm talking about.
Look at the right guard move.
There was a face mask on the play, but it was a dead ball at that point, so that was not going to be called. Second and long.
2nd and 18 for the Rockets. Gerard's going to look to come near side. Has a receiver in and out of the hands of Anthony Jones. Nice ball thrown by Thomas.
Yep. Yeah, I thought ball should have been caught.
Brian Gregory along with Cyrus Fagan on the coverage for the Buccaneers. Brings up 3rd down and long for the Rockets.
Well, so far the second half has kind of leaned towards Mainland. They had a nice drive to start the half. Their defense is rising up here. This big 3rd down, it's 3rd and a long, long way, so should expect to get the ball back here.
Thomas again looking to his left. Flag on the play. Thomas is going to be under pressure, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. Flags are flying, whistles are blowing. This is going to be an interesting sort out.
Stopping the clock with 4:51 to go. It's still 17 Rockets, 14 Bucks. Illegal procedure. I guess that's going to be a dead ball foul.
That play went on for quite a while.
All right, here we go. Mainland back, number 3. That is back. Is that Kalo Hanna?
That is Kalo Hanna back deep to receive the central punt.
Punter's not very deep. Nice punt.
Hanna back, fields it at his 20. Makes a move. And wisely steps out of bounds. After all that running, he picked up 2 whole yards. Great punt by Central's punter. That's number 22, and that's Juvenay Francis. He's been doing a pretty good job all night as a punter and as a kicker, Coach.
That was almost 50 yards. May have been more. So Mainland will take over second possession tonight. Going to come out with their spread offensive look. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Central quite content to match up with the free safety, so they're either playing cover 3 or they're playing man free. See what we get. That wrap play up the middle again. Nice run by number 6.
Adrian Killens on the carry, brought down by Donovan Thompson along with Wayman Steed. It'll be 2nd down and 2 for the Bucks from their 30-yard line. 4:08 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Killens again on the carry. Oh, wow. Nice tackle again by Wayman Steed.
Enough to pick up the
Donovan Thompson.
First down Mainland, 34-yard line, 3:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. Mainland down 3. 1st and 10.
These big boys are doing a good job up front right now for Mainland.
Yes, they are. Yes, they've opened up some big holes for Killens.
Killens goes in motion. Leaves Denzel by himself, has a receiver open, and then just overthrows
Wilford Taylor.
That's the first time, Coach, since we've been watching him, that he's overthrown his receivers by quite a bit. each time.
Yeah, he missed him as far as, you're right, as far as we've seen him miss a pass in probably 5 or 6 games that we've seen this year.
I mean, each of his incomplete deep balls have been overthrows by 3 or 4 yards.
Well, he's probably feeling a little bit of heat. He's been sacked a few times here tonight. Let's get the ball out of his hands. He's got 2nd and 10. What the decision is here.
Once again, Killens in motion, and will throw a flare to him. Killens makes the catch, and he's going to be taken out of bounds at the 42-yard line.
It's going to be about 3 yards short. It's going to bring up 3rd and 3. Out of bounds. That stops the clock with 3:25 to go in the 3rd. We're still trying to get a Chalk-Tahatchee score for you folks to see who the other half of this state championship matchup next Saturday at 1 o'clock will be. Killens up the middle again, and there's nothing but daylight. No one hit him for 8 yards. Finally, the safety did make the tackle. As Sammy said a while ago, the offensive line for Mainland is doing a fine job. I'd still like to see this speed option run over here one time.
Mainland in their version of the hurry up. Killens. Denzel finds Killens out of the backfield. He's going to drop to his knee at about the 44-yard line.
Once Denzel Houston makes his read, he gets the ball out of his hands so quickly. He takes his time to see what he's got, and then he usually makes the right choice.
Bucks on the move into Miami Central territory. It's 2nd down and 7.
Wrap play again. If they can't
There goes
stop it,
Killens.
keep running it.
Killens is going to be brought down at the 33.5-yard line. We'll call it the 34. First down, Buccaneers.
On that play, the center blocks back to his left, and the left guard wraps around, and it's been huge all night for them.
They seem to have found something in the middle there.
1st and 10.
Pass.
Houston's going to roll to his right. Stop, a little under pressure, directing some traffic. Still directing traffic. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 35-yard line is well, they'll mark him. Coach Oglesby has sent us a score from the Armwood game. Coach O, I hope I'm reading this correctly. Armwood 3, Chalk-Tahatchee 2.
Are they playing baseball?
In the bottom of the 8th.
Wow.
It's 3-2 in the 2nd quarter.
3-2.
At least that's what Coach O just told me.
Well, we can believe him. Got motion out of the backfield.
2nd and 11.
There's the wheel route to Killens.
And a flag is going to come in as Olin Cushion, the 3rd, is going to get called for pass interference.
I was kind of blocked out here, Bill. Was the catch made?
No.
Okay. But we'll get a 15-yard gain out of it. It was 2nd and 11. That'll bring up a first down at about the 20-yard line, maybe just a little outside the 20. 2:06 remaining. 1st and 10 from Mainland. We'll mark this 5, 10, and maybe put it right on the 20. Yes, they are. In the red zone for Mainland.
I started something, I'm going to get in trouble for it. I have to give more shout-outs. Ryan Sebra is listening all the way from Alabama, and Costa Barantanis is listening from the West Coast over in the St. Pete, Tampa area. Thanks for listening, boys. Denzel hands the ball off to Killens, and he's going to pick up about a yard on the play. It'll bring up 2nd down and 9 for the Buccaneers. 1:57 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Mainland looking to put the ball into the end zone as they trail Central by a score of 17-14.
That was the free safety making the tackle for a 1-yard gain. That leads me to believe a post in the middle of the field with a play fake would be wide open. At least there'd be no help from the safety.
Houston's going to roll to his left, has a receiver, decides not to throw it. It's going to dance around for a little bit. Finally finds another receiver open. catch is made at the 16-yard line.
That's Killens.
That's Killens once again out of the backfield.
Picked up a little bit there, certainly in field goal range at this point, which would tie the ball game. Clock running 1:14. We're down to almost a minute left to go in the third quarter. Mainland with a chance to tie it up or take the lead. We'll see what develops on this third down play.
Houston will roll to his right, has a receiver open in the corner of the end zone. In and out of the hands, outstretched hands of Kalo Hanna. It's going to bring up a fourth down, and the Buccaneers are going to waste no time in making this decision. They're going to attempt a field goal now. Correction, that was Wilfred Taylor, the intended receiver. Again, and I know you don't have the vantage point, but Coach, he was overthrown.
Well, nobody's perfect, I guess, is what I would say.
Ball's going to be placed at about the 22.5-yard line. Baudette's kick is up. Baudette's kick is no good. Wide left. So Central holds on to their 17-14 lead with 44 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Beautiful night here in Daytona Beach for you folks that are listening out across America. It truly is about 70 degrees, no wind. It's supposed to be around 77 tomorrow. I'm sure you're missing a little bit of Daytona Beach, but we'll try to send a little flavor out to you over the airwaves.
Coach Oakham, another shout out to one of your former players who's now a college coach. Kent Majiri is listening in from Missouri.
Kent Majiri would knock your mouthpiece right out.
Number 10 had no fear, but I know why you got mad at Kent Majiri when we were playing Kissimmee Gateway. I won't talk about that on air, but you and I will talk off air.
You know what? That's one of the things I kind of do remember, but my memories of those guys from Spruce Creek were that they were a hard-working bunch, and it was a pleasure to coach them. I'm hoping Ken is enjoying his coaching career. I think he was kind of getting into that when I was still coaching, because he talked to me over the phone about it. But
he's coaching out at Lindenwood University in St. Charles, Missouri.
And here comes the Rockets with a running play that's going to come up short. They're going to be 3rd and 5. The Rockets haven't done much on offense here in the third quarter.
Coach, I don't think anybody's done much of anything. We've had 2 punts and a missed field goal so far, and that's going to bring to an end the third quarter. Your score, Miami Central 17, Mainland 14. We're going into the fourth and final quarter for one of these two teams in the 2014 season. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum, and every once in a while Sammy Gahagan chimes in. It's the fourth quarter. Miami Central leads Mainland by a score of 17-14. The Rockets have the ball deep in their territory. They're going from west to east for the final time this evening.
And there they were in a 3rd and 5, and they snapped the ball, ran the power play to number 4, who's not their standard quarterback, but he's their Wildcat quarterback or their Rocket quarterback. And,
that's cute.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay, we're gonna work with that one. 1st and 10, Rockets from their own 33-yard line. Excuse me.
Regular quarterback back behind the center. He's going to drop back to throw it. He's going to throw it a long way.
Gerard Thomas, oh, there's going to be pass interference. That's going to be offensive pass interference on Devontae Phillips. He pushed the defender of Mainland off by about 12 yards. A.J. Westbrook on the coverage.
He's going to do that. He ought to catch the ball.
No doubt. But he probably knew that it was coming back, so there was no need for him to catch that ball. There's no way that can be anything but offensive pass interference.
You are right again.
Fired up for this state semifinal game.
Guys, we haven't heard Marcus Brunson's name a lot in the second half. These big guys need to step it up a little bit here in the last quarter of play.
Except for the one turnover, the interception, is that the only turnover in this ball?
That's been the only turnover of this game.
That's a really cleanly play. We had several penalties, but
not enough for you to start keeping tallies, though.
No. There we go. First and a bus ride, folks.
From the 17-yard line. Gerard Thomas backs up. He's going to throw it a long way. He's got a wide open receiver.
Intercepted!
A.J. Westbrook coming up big with an interception at the Mainland 49-yard line. There's going to be a flag on the play as A.J.'s probably going to get flagged for a little bit of taunting.
Boy, I hope not. That's just totally uncalled for if that's what happened.
An interception at the 48-yard line. And once he picked the ball off, he made a long run along the Miami Central sideline.
And now
the back judge threw his flag a long way. Unsportsmanlike conduct called against Mainland's A.J. Westbrook.
My goodness gracious. You just can't be that selfish. You cannot try to show out and cost your team 15 yards at this point in the state semifinals. You cannot do that.
As much as I don't want to see it, Coach, or even say this, you have to give it up to that official for calling it right away.
Absolutely.
They've had great control of this game.
Yes, they're not here by accident either. You know, the best players, best officials should be officiating these ball games, and they're going to set this down, mark it ready for play, and say, let's go here.
So the ball's going to be placed at the Mainland 32-yard line following the A.J. Westbrook interception. 11:21 remaining in the fourth quarter. Central leads Mainland by a score of 17-14. The Bucks with the ball. In their regular offense, Killen's going to go in motion. Denzel, under pressure, evades a few of the defenders and is finally brought down, sacked at the 27-yard line. Central player shaken up on the play.
Looks like he's cramping up. He's reaching up and pulling on his toes here, and probably need to stop and take a water break if he's going to cramp up.
We're going to get one more at least, right?
Yes, at least. Coming off the field, number 11 leaving the field. He's again a Division I supposed commit. I'm not sure he's big enough to be a Division I defensive end, but
let's go Mainland!
Mainland 2nd and 15.
Houston
keep
coming near side. Nice play defensively.
Yes,
wow,
he was a fine tackle.
Through the alley, making the play Malik Atkin.
I'd like to have a hookup to their headsets and encourage them to run that speed option one time more tonight with the pitch. Probably be a turnover, and then I'll be the biggest fool here.
Yeah, and then people are really not going to say nice things about you, Coach. And we
well,
don't want that to happen.
They've been saying that.
Yeah.
I'm overdue for somebody to say something bad about me. All right, we got wide trips to the right.
Third down from the 26.
Houston
Screen.
Oh, my goodness,
in
it's
and out of the hands and
That's
intercepted.
2 interceptions.
Devontae Thompson.
Now, there's going to be a roughing the passer on this play, so I don't know if the interception will stand. I believe it's going to be a roughing the passer.
Even if it does, that's after the play, so the play would stand.
Well,
and then
no, the play. I will see. We will see.
Well, I think the penalty counts before the play.
I think that Mainland will keep the ball.
Yes, sir.
We have a couple other SEABREEZE alumni doing some things. Oregon freshman Charles Nelson is right now playing in the Big 12 championship game.
No, I believe that would be the Pac-12.
Same thing.
It's
one of the 12s.
Germany or Japan, that's right.
Big 12, Pac-12, and there's not even 12 teams. There's 72 teams in both of those divisions. Also, so he's not watching, but he's doing big things out in Oregon. But listening in from his hotel room is John Christopher, a wide receiver at Temple. They take on Tulane tomorrow in Louisiana.
John is another sand crab that I enjoyed watching play here at the stadium, and I've caught him a couple times on television as well.
Yes, sir. Fine young man doing some nice things over there at Temple. It'll be 1st and 10 Mainland from their 41-yard line.
So roughing the passer negated the interception, which is huge, folks. I mean, huge. The 15-yard penalty for the unsportsmanlike started this as a mess, and that could have been a complete mess if they had intercepted, but they did not. They did not stand. Mainland with 2 wide receivers right, 2 left. Killens on the right side. This would be the great time for the speed option, Sammy.
I agree, Coach.
A lot of field over there, and I've been watching the corner back up the free safety to have to come running to make the play. There's a nice cut by, oh, what a tackle. What a shot in the back of the neck right there. If that doesn't give him a stinger, I'll be surprised.
They're close with this play, though, Coach. They're close.
Yes, they are.
One missed tackle, and this guy's scoring every time. They are very close with that inside run.
And they've run it a bunch of times tonight, Sammy, and they've missed, you're right, most of the time. They stopped it a couple plays ago, but and that time it only went for about 3, but it's been averaging about 8 yards a carry on that wrap play.
2nd down and 7 for the Buccaneers from their 44-yard line. There goes Killens in motion. Denzel looks to his left under pressure, and he's going to be sacked immediately. First player in is Kivanis Davis, and many, many other members of the Central football team. Davis shaken up again on the play.
Davis needs to go ahead and get up. He's not going to get up. He's going to sit there.
Officials are calling timeout right now, calling in for the water. 8:51 to go in this game. 17-14 your score. Central leading Mainland. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Larry Kelly Field, Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum, and now I guess Sammy Gahagan. 8:44 and counting remaining in the contest. 17-14 your score. Central still leads Mainland. We've had no scores here in the second half. Houston once again drops back under pressure. He fumbles the ball right into the hands of number 31. That's Wayman Steed. The ball went right from Denzel's hands right into Steed's.
That's the second turnover of the night right there. 2 turnovers taken away by the Miami Central Rockets. Big, big series of events coming up here in the next few minutes, folks. We'll see if Central decides to try to run the ball and take some time off the clock.
It's all over the place. 8:30 remaining in the contest. 17-14 your score. Central leading. Mainland. Following the Houston fumble, Central has the ball at the Mainland 46-yard line.
Here they come. They're going to run the football with number 4 the rest of the, well, maybe not the rest of the way, but they're going to give him a dose of it right here.
You got a delay in game there, guys.
Well,
one thing about these officials, Coach Oakham, is they put the ball in play right now.
I love that, and I even when I know it's coming in the playoffs, it is something to adjust to. I love it. There's a slip and slide for the touchdown right there by number 4. What a run.
Anthony Jones.
Anthony's a senior athlete. He's only listed as a 2-star. He's taken FIU's commitment over South Florida, and he's just put the Rockets with a 2-score lead with 8 minutes to go. And there are a lot of fans.
Surprisingly, people are starting to file out. These are obviously the people that are leaving now, Coach, are not people that were here when Mainland was down 21-0.
That's true. That you're absolutely right.
An absolute hush has fallen over the stadium. 23-14 your score, point after. We're waiting for it with 8:20 remaining. And there's going to be a false start against Central.
If Coach Oglesby is listening out there, is he online, Coach, listening to us, or did
yes,
you?
Sir.
Coach, if you're out there, if anybody's gotten a double or driven any runs in that Choctawhatchee game, 3-2, we'd like to know. We'd appreciate your help. Looking dim here for the Bucks after that score. Result of a turnover. 2 touchdowns tonight.
Snap, hold, kick. And the point after is good. 8:20 remaining here in the fourth quarter in this state semifinal game. Miami Central now leads Mainland by a score of 24-14. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum, and Sammy Gahagan. 8:20 remaining in the fourth quarter. Miami Central now leads Mainland by a score of 24-14.
The place kicker for the Rockets, folks, isn't concerned about can he get it in the end zone. He wants to get it through the uprights.
He punishes this football every time he kicks it. Oh.
A little shorter.
We're going to go with a pooch. It's still going to be in the end zone for a touchback. There's nothing you can do in high school. It's going to bring it out to the 20-yard line. So the Bucks will have the ball 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line, needing more than just 3 points, Coach.
Yes, 2 scores, 8 minutes. That's a tall order. 14 of the 24 points from the Rockets have come from Mainland turnovers. Mainland has not made the huge play in the kicking game tonight. They've not secured the ball well enough. And this defense from the Rockets is not, they're too fast, I think, to allow a huge play. They've got that free safety in the middle of the field as a good tackler.
Houston by himself. Looks to throw, has a receiver. Caught.
3-yard gain.
Wilford Taylor.
Wilford had 3 white shirts get up off the pile there on a 3-yard gain. Killens is going to leave the backfield to make it an empty set again.
Houston looks to his left, under pressure. He's just going to keep it and run. Makes a move, cuts back into the middle of the field, and he gets brought down at the 36-yard line. They'll move the chains. Looks like Houston's starting to cramp up, and Central has a player down back at the 26-yard line.
I think that's one of the linebackers, number 2. And he is cramping up. A little surprised about that. Goes Adrian Killens running over to the sideline to do something. He's going to get gloves. He's going to get some gloves and put them on.
Are you surprised by the number of cramps that have happened here, Coach?
Yeah, I really am. I mean, cramps are typically a result of conditioning, and maybe this long bus ride and some of the things took some of the moisture out of their body. But yeah, I am surprised that we've seen probably as many cramps here. And everybody's playing as hard as they can, of course,
right.
But
it's not a hot, sticky night.
No.
I mean, it's a beautiful night for football, but both sides are cramping up. It's kind of crazy.
August, September, October, November, and here we are. So they've been practicing for 4 months, and good programs practice all summer, and they maybe not an official practice, but they've been working for 6 months. You would think they could play in these conditions without cramping, but so far that's not been the case.
Just got an update with the Armwood score, thanks to Mark McDonald. At halftime, Coach and Sammy, it's 5-2.
So we've had 2 safeties and 1 field goal. That's the only way you can get to 5-2.
Who's pitching in that game?
Yeah, I don't know, but
5-2 at the 7th inning stretch. Here comes Mainland. It'll be 1st and 10 Bucks from their 35-yard line. 7:35 clock continues to go. We definitely need the Buccaneers to find the end zone. Houston, pocket collapses. He takes off running, and he steps out of bounds.
He knows where the sticks are.
At the 46-yard line. That's enough for a first down.
Stop the clock. Coach, they have seams in the middle of the field on defense.
They do. They certainly do, and their coverage is excellent, and they all run hard and they pressure the football. So in between those coverage players and the rushers, there's definitely some voids.
Mainland in a 5-receiver set. Houston, quick throw. That's Kalo Hanna on the reception. He's going to pick up just about 9.5. Yep, not even a full 10 yards unless they get the left foot spot. That's going to be enough to move the chains. First down. Mainland now into Central territory at the 44-yard line. 1st and 10.
7:15 remaining in the game, folks.
A lot of hands on the hips on defense, Coach. I don't know if you see that.
Central will call timeout with 7:15 to go.
Maybe their coach saw it, Sam. He called it out and said, let's catch our breath here, guys.
I saw about 4 or 5 guys in the middle of the defense there with their hands on their hips.
Well, I won't be as smart, Alec, and say you'd know what that's like, but...
no, but if I would have said it and you didn't even coach me,
then I would have said, yeah, well, yes. I haven't had a chance to be hard on you like I was hard on Sammy.
I was well-conditioned by
you. You are a fine-tooled machine.
Thank you. Oh. Well-conditioned. When you're coached by the best, it's easy to be a good player.
Here we go.
We have a mutual admiration society that is forming right here.
Jeez.
If Coach Allen's listening, he may be in trouble for next season.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
7:15 remaining in the contest. 24-14. Miami Central leads Mainland. The Bucks are driving. They're at the Central 44-yard line. Fans have filed out of here. A little surprising.
There's still a good portion of them here, but a few have left. You're right. It's not so. We can see down in the concession area from where we broadcast, and not there, but maybe some people from Central thinking it's 5 hours if you leave now. All right, empty backfield again.
They just took a second off the clock, which was interesting. 7:14 remaining now. Houston looking, under pressure.
They've done a...
Wow.
I'm sorry, Coach.
No, go ahead. You're fine.
They've done such a good job most of the night in rushing their ends up the field, and as soon as they get to the shoulder of the quarterback, they just break down and they set the edges of the pocket. And then as Houston steps up into the pocket, the penetration finally comes. Those little quick guys are getting off those blocks and bringing the pressure from right up the middle. But he has no place to go outside most of the time.
The sack puts the ball at the central 47-yard line. Clock continues to roll. Houston looking. Plenty of time. A lot of patience. Pocket collapses. Sacked again.
And they're only rushing 3 guys.
And I don't know. We got a flag way down the field, so it could be defensive holding on that play. That could be the reason there's nobody. They're trying to get them to stop the clock, and they do.
Once again, Donovan Thompson on the sack, and once again, he's cramping up.
Holding. Defense. And it will be interesting to see where they mark this penalty from. I think it's back from the previous spot, which is back here 13 yards away. So it's going to give them a first down, I do believe. Defense holding might just be a 10-yard penalty. We'll see how they mark this off. They're discussing among the referee and the umpire as to where this penalty will be administered from. The penalty occurred way down on the 20-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 47. It's a 13-yard to gain play, so we'll see how this all comes out. They're having an in-depth discussion about it. Want to make sure they get it right. They're going to talk it over. Go back to the previous spot, move it 5, 10, 10-yard penalty. It was 13 yards to go. I don't understand that at all. That can't be the right mark off, but that's where it's marked.
It'll be second down, and everybody's going to complain about this one because the officials on the far side are trying to do math in their head. We're going to break out an abacus, I think that's what it's called, and do some numbers. 24-14, Central still leads Mainland High School. Everyone is questioning the spot of this ball.
Well, I am, for sure. It was second down and 13 when they snapped it. They started to march the penalty off from the previous spot, and they marched it 14 yards.
Maybe it was one of your famous half the distance to the goal things.
We'll see if he doesn't pick it up and move it another yard forward. We'll see. And pick it up right here. They're going to discuss it, pick it up, and they're going to move it back. So they're going to move it 10 yards on a 13-yard play, so it should be third down unless this play carries automatic first down with it. Number 11 shakes hands with number 75 from opposing teams there, saying good game. We got an empty set now. We got it right. We're second and 3.
So here we go from the 36. Houston on an absolute quarterback draw.
And he made the first down, which will stop the clock long enough for them to move the chains. Mainland will have first down on about the 33-yard line. They need 2 scores. And we've got timeout Central. It looks like the referee, no, this referee just getting ready to start the clock here. He's signaling first down. And now he stops the clock. And now we're going to time
Officials timeout for water at 6:04 remaining. Central leads Mainland by a score of 24-14. We're going to take a timeout and try and figure it out ourselves. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium, Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum, and every once in a while, Sammy Gahagan chiming in. 6:04, the clock is already rolling. These officials are on top of things. 24-14, your score. Central leading Mainland. Mainland with a first down. Denzel on the quarterback draw. He breaks into the secondary. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touchdown. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Right to the middle of that defense, Coach.
Yeah, sure did. There's no place to go outside. He's got such great vision, Sammy. He can just see where the crease needs to be, and he doesn't look like he's running fast, but he's covering a lot of ground.
All right. They've been close for a while. It was just a matter of time before they broke one to free.
Yeah. We're going to have a little more life in the fans here for the next 5 minutes and 49 seconds, we hope.
Point after is good. Your score is now Miami Central 24, Mainland 21, 5:49 remaining, which begs the question.
Why did you leave the game?
Do we kick deep? Well, that one too. Do you kick deep or do you chance it and go onside right now?
I don't think they'll onside kick it and give Central the ball at the midfield, but when those little pop-up kicks are not going much past the 40, so maybe be worth the gamble.
I think you kick it deep here. They got a kicker that can make it from a pretty long distance, and they get the ball close here. He can put up 3 points in a hurry for you.
And once again, the Rockets are coming up expecting onside kick, but they need to get somebody deep because this ball kicked about the 10 could be a foot race.
Back deep to receive is Anthony Jones. Peter Baudette set to kick off from his 40-yard line. He goes with a in-between kick. It's fielded by Jones at the 10-yard line. Taking his time. Sees what he wants. Goes far side. Has a few blockers. Into Mainland territory across the 50. He's going to go out of bounds at about the 42-yard line.
Going to mark it right on the 40, Bill.
All right. Central coach is wanting a flag at the end of the play as Jones was pushed a little bit as he went out of bounds.
I sure do think this has been a well-officiated game. They've done a very nice job of keeping the pace up and calling plays with a lot of authority, calling penalties with a lot of authority. Well, Mainland's defense is going to have to bear down right here.
Central with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Mainland 40-yard line. They lead the Buccaneers by a score of 24-21, 5:36 remaining.
Anthony Jones back at the quarterback position. We expect Anthony to run wide right here or off right tackle.
Jones on the carry. Stuffed immediately. They did keep their quarterback in this time. They brought him out to a wide receiver, coach, so they have...
You can bet they got a reverse pass or something they can run from
Gerard
that.
Thomas here.
All right.
No gain, no loss. 2nd down.
Clock continues to run. 5 minutes to go in the ball game. 2nd and 10.
Jones, still the quarterback. It's Jones along with Cedric Miller in the backfield.
Got a penalty against the Rockets.
It looks as if we're going to have a penalty against them. The play clock was almost down. Penalty goes against Central, pushes them back 5 yards. It's now 2nd down, and we're going to call it 15. Start the clock, 4:48 and counting. The winner of this game goes to the state championship next Saturday in the Citrus Bowl. Jones takes the snap, runs to his left, and picks up quite a few of those 15 yards.
Right, he's down near the 1st down mark. He's about a yard short, it looks like, maybe a yard and a half.
It's going to be marked about a yard or 2 short, so it'll bring up 3rd down and 2. Central staying with Jones and Miller in the backfield.
Play clock is running. The clock is not. 15 seconds to snap it. They've got number 16 backed up over here. It could be double pass. Uh-oh, fumble.
Bad snap.
Oh, he's going to run off and throw it to the quarterback, who's going to catch it.
Gerard Thomas on the reception. He's the quarterback, folks. He was lined up, and he was being covered by number 20. That's Brian Gregory.
Number 44 from Mainland has been called for roughing the passer on the play. So that'll be, I assume, tacked on to the end of the completion right there. That was a totally ad-libbed play. There was no way that was the call, and then the ball was snapped and went on the ground.
You don't think so? I
No.
think that it appeared to me that he might have just been over-anxious to know that he was throwing the ball, Coach.
Well, he might, there might have been 2 passes involved, but I don't think they're going to put number 16 out there when they have Division I receivers and say, let's throw it to our our quarterback. But
we have seen stranger things.
Oh, we have, and I will not argue about it because I think you're usually right.
Oh, today I have been.
You have been.
Yeah, you know.
So they're going to mark this penalty down here. This is really going to put a hurt, and Mainland's got to hold them to a field goal. Got to hold them to a field goal.
Coach Allen would have been very disappointed to have seen that because McCrary is one of Coach Allen's favorite guys, and that's nothing that says of the type of player McCrary is. It just tells you that he was just a little bit over-anxious.
We got the ball down here on the 7-yard line, 1st and goal, 3:57 clock running. Quarterback's handing off.
Gives it off to Miller. Nowhere to run. He picks up about 2 yards. Clock will continue to roll. 2nd and goal.
Let's all get up off the ground and keep playing. Nope, we got a Mainland player down and a Rocket down. The Mainland player is up on his feet at this time. The Rocket is laying very, very still.
Trainers are going to roll him to his backside. It looks like it might be an offensive lineman, but as they tend to him, we will take a timeout. 3:39 remaining. Central leads by a score of 24-21. We'll be right back.
Here come the Rockets. They need to hurry up if they're going to get a delay of game.
Welcome back to the stadium, Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum. You just got to pay attention, Coacher. I'm quick on the draws.
That's what she said. Boom. Oh, great effort right there, stretching the ball out down to about the 2.
You did not just say that.
Mainland's got to hold him here.
Yes, they do. They got to hold him to a field goal, and I don't think they can do it. Neither does number 4.
I don't think you got
When they get up and pile that up, I think we're going to see hands in the air. I think we're going to see hands in the air for touchdown. They're unpiling very slowly, very carefully.
Looks like the
and the referee has the ball, no hands up, so they're going to spot this thing short. Do you kick the field goal here and go up 7?
Absolutely.
They're going for it.
Now, I think you go for it and pin them 99 deep. Uh-oh, these guys need to get set out there. Good job by the running back to tell everybody, take a timeout, Central. And they do. No, Bucks take the timeout. Save them.
2:31 remaining. We're going absolutely nowhere. We're staying right here. 24-21. Central leads Mainland High School.
Coach, what do? You kick it here, or do you try to plunge it in?
You know what? I think I'd try to punch it in. A one-score game. You know, I think you leave Mainland 99 and 2/3 yards away from the end zone. But I've got to think that this is the heart of Mainland's defense, are those front people, and this is their chance for them to shine right here. That ball is so close, so close.
I go play action because I think everybody in the world thinks they're just going to try and go right up the gut and score. Mainland's defense is pretty stout.
They're very stout. That's what I'm saying. This is best against best here. You got the defensive line from Mainland, the big old offensive hogs from the South Florida Miami Rockets.
What do you do, Mr. I was coached by the best?
I like the naked bootleg right here.
Well, let's see what they've done here. They've gone back to their...
But they do have a lot of beef in front of them, guys.
Yeah,
they probably think they could just push these guys right across. Here we go, 4th and goal. Central. We're going to have movement. And if they stop them, you decline it, but it was an offensive penalty, so it's got to go back 5.
It can be dead ball. Yeah, if it's illegal motion, it doesn't. But if it's false start, and I don't doubt that. Yeah, there we go. So that's going to put them in a situation where I guess you kick the field goal. 2:28 to go. What a great finish to a fine football game.
I don't know, Coach. I think you still go for it. They still got to go 95 yards. Well, not even, because you just have to get in field goal range to at least tie it. But
yeah, a lot of decision making to go here, and a lot of that decision I think is made by what's been happening. You know,
right?
You know, instead of just a hard
Central's
fast
going to
rule.
call a timeout, up 24-21. Again, 2:28 remaining. A 5-yard illegal procedure penalty has pushed them back from what many would have thought was a sure touchdown. Now the ball rests at the Mainland 5-yard line. They have to be close to timeout, out of their timeouts as well. A lot can happen in a field goal too, guys. Block, scoop, and score, anything can happen. I think they're safer by just keeping it on the ground and trying to go for it. But I guess it doesn't matter what I think, since you two are having your own conversation up here, and I'll just continue to charge my cell phone. Is that all right?
Sure.
I can't hear you.
Shocker. You won't hear me after the game either, buddy.
All right. All right, they're going to call him back out here, and you are absolutely correct, fellas. Those of you who said don't kick it, because they're bringing their quarterback out there. They're trying to bring 11. They wanted to make sure they bring 11 people out there.
But this could also be, a lot of things. You could try and go hard count, try and draw. You could do whatever you want. The clock, play clock is against them. 15 seconds and going.
All right, 3 receivers right. Here we go. This is the play. Gonna throw the fade to the number 6 receiver in the nation.
Oh, and they're gonna call a penalty.
That ball hit the defensive back in the back of the head. I don't know.
I think they're gonna call offensive.
I think it might be offensive too.
We got some blue shirts on the sideline over there, probably Buccaneer JV players. They're clapping their hands. It's just going to go back further and further if that turns out to be the case. It's taking a long time to play the end of this ball game, folks, but everybody is pretty excited here. There's still a number of people in the stands.
It's going against Mainland. Pass interference on the defense.
Wow.
That's a tough call to make right there. 2 kids battling for the ball.
That ball hit him right in the back of the head. I don't know.
And maybe that's the call. He didn't
Face guard
put his head around right.
I don't know, but we're going to have to live with it here. And number 4 is back in the game. In this formation, he's run away from the back every time. Now he's going to run to him this time, and he's going to make it.
Touchdown, Anthony Jones.
And now we will see the Mainland faithful head for at least the concession stand, if not the parking lot.
That is the proverbial dagger in the heart, folks.
Yeah, I would love to see these folks stay and clap their hands for these kids when the game is over instead of trying to get out of here 5 minutes early. But what do I know?
You don't.
There you go. Thank you.
And we're holding for the point after.
It's a 9-point game at this point, up to 10 with the extra point pending. My goodness, we got another penalty. Dead ball, offside, Mainland. Decline the penalty and kick it from the same spot. Don't move forward. Don't move forward. I don't think there's much advantage to that.
Absolutely none. And I would have to disagree with you here, Coach. I don't think this is the Mainland faithful that are leaving.
That I think well said, Coach Gahagan.
I think this is the Mainland group that just.
These are the fair weather fans, I guess, they're leaving, because there are some hardcore folks that are still here.
Student section is still intact, but you got a lot of people. This stadium has got a lot of people from all the schools around the area that are here.
So did he miss the extra point? The point has not been put on the scoreboard. And I know you're going to say, did he kick it? But
they have not. They would have already changed it by now.
So it's no good. So if Mainland can score a touchdown, a field goal in 2 minutes and 19 seconds, they can win this by 1. Odds of that happening are not good.
Well, they're definitely going to get the ball at their 20 to start this drive.
You know, having a kicker like this in a game like this is a huge weapon.
It is.
Especially when Mainland depends on those big returns from those guys.
If you got a kicker like this, Sammy, you can put the Booster Club president's kids on the kickoff team, and they can run down there. And
point after was good. It's 31-21 now. Central leads by 10.
Thank you.
It just took them forever. And explosion.
There it is, up high. That's a beautiful kick. I can't believe he's not listed. Maybe he's an underclassman. Number 22. We haven't even mentioned his name, Coach. Would you help me with that?
No, we did. I tried. I think it's Jovene Francis, and he's a 6'2", 205-pound senior.
Wow. I think there's a lot of colleges that would like to have a guy that could kick it into the end zone every time or most every time. That's, as Sammy said, that's such a great weapon. All right, here come the Bucks. Not many timeouts left. We don't have anything on our brand new scoreboard that tells how many timeouts there are, so we'll just have to wait and see. We'll count them up. Here we go, empty set. 3 receivers right, 2 left. Denzel Houston in the backfield. He's going to throw the football to number 3. He's going to make a catch, and the Rockets' speed in the secondary shows up again.
Kalo Hanna brought down at the 39-yard line. Move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. Clock at 2:13. Once they blow the whistle, put it into play. Clock continues to go. 2:10. Taking too much time. Should have time. Should have plays already called out. Houston under pressure. Steps up. Avoids the sack. Throws the ball out of bounds. Incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd down and 10. .158 left in this 2014 season for one of these teams. We have an update from the Armwood game. Armwood has scored their first touchdown of the game to make it 12-2, and then Choktawada, whatever their name is, Choctawhatchee scores to make it 12-9. Thank you, Mark McDonald, for the updates. Houston under pressure.
He stayed in bounds. I don't understand. Denzel doesn't usually make it. He's usually a headier player than that.
So now we have a basketball score in that game.
Timeout, Mainland.
Mainland calls a timeout with 1:41 remaining.
Hey guys, how big was the Ja'Kai Polite injury in this game?
Huge. I mean, we don't know what plays he could have made, but you just can't take a player of his caliber off the field that figures so strongly in what you're going to do on offense and defense and the punter and not feel a great loss, I don't think, Sam. How big was the Westbrook unsportsmanlike penalty after the interception?
Extremely big. I think that shot him in the foot momentum-wise, Coach.
Yeah, I do too.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9 for Mainland. Backs up against the wall, down 10 points.
Obviously in 4-down territory here, trailing by 10, so I want to try to get at least half of this back. They really need to move the ball a long way, though.
Houston rolls to his right, avoids some pressure, comes back near side. Still looking. I tell you what, not for nothing, but Donovan Thompson has been an absolute thorn in his side, in Denzel's side.
Yeah, I think he's probably been a spy technique all the time and letting the other guys cover and the other fellas rush, and he'll just try to make the play if Houston breaks out, and he's done a great job of that. But I don't know why they've stopped the clock. He was tackled in bounds, it appeared to me. Still don't understand whether or not.
Mainland calls what has to be their final timeout of the game with 1:32 remaining, down 10. Don't want to speculate, so we won't start doing things that superstitious people.
I like to speculate. What is your thoughts? I'll speculate for you.
Are we speculating that this is the end of the season for Mainland High School? That's why I said I didn't want to speculate. We've seen stranger things happen.
We have, but I don't think we'll see anything that strange tonight. I'm sorry to say the Bucks have had an outstanding year. This will be their first loss of the season.
And that's why I bring it up, because I feel that at 13 wins and 1 loss, you have to mention every senior on that roster. I think these kids came in with a goal. I'm a believer. I thought they were going to lose many times, and they changed my mindset many weeks.
The referee's going to get them out here and get this thing going.
I'm going to speculate, if you're thinking about driving down LPGA, don't do it for a little while.
That's right. Stay home, folks.
Here we go. 4th down and 7. Houston under pressure, has an open receiver.
Picked up the 1st down. That'll stop the clock long enough to move the chains.
That's Will Collins on the reception.
It's a big play.
Across the 50 to the central 46-yard line. Houston gonna throw the deep ball, has a receiver, and pass was broken up on the coverage is number 21. That's Ron Dyer. It'll bring up a 2nd down for the Bucks.
That was just 5 all-go routes right there, trying to split the field up and try to give a seam route for Houston to pick and throw. Free safety is 5, 10, 15, 20, is 30 yards deep in the middle of the field. Everybody else is going to sink at the snap. The defensive ends will rush up the field, contain the rush.
Houston throws a quick out to Wilfred Taylor. He'll step out of bounds. I think that's enough yards for a 1st down, or he's going to be just short. I'm going to call him short. 3rd down in inches. Oh,
referee's going to call it
is
first.
Gonna move
He's going to overrule you.
I had to be wrong at least once.
At least once. I was going to say the same. I think that is your first misconception of the night.
At the Central 36-yard line. 112. Killens comes near side, flare out pass to him. He's going to make a few moves, go back into the middle of the field, and get taken down at the 31-yard line. Gain of 6 on the play. Clock continues to roll.
Get up 11 so the clock can continue to roll.
Their trainer was out in a hurry, too. That's kind of strange.
Guys, if they can get in here, they still have an onside opportunity.
Is number 4 been playing defense any tonight, Bill? He's playing out there. He's been playing both ways.
Yes, he has.
Another advocate of two-way players. I like it. They're going to wind this, I believe, as soon as. No, maybe he got out of bounds over there. It's hard to say. It's been a great year for the Bucks. Kids have nothing to be hanging their head about.
Nothing at all. 103 and counting from the Central 31. They got to get into the end zone within the next play or so. Houston's going to go deep, has a receiver wide open, in and out of the hands of Kalo Hanna. I don't know that a dive was necessary on that play, Coach.
I don't either. He ran. You like for the guys to keep their feet and run through the ball, but
that's his best throw of the game right there, guys.
Not much of an overthrow there. He kind of put it where he needed to. Would have been a huge catch, then the onside, but we've got 3rd down and 6, 7 to go.
Central has 12 guys on the field.
35 just left.
They brought in Devontae Phillips, so he too is playing both ways now. 48 seconds remaining. 3rd down. Houston going to throw deep again. Has a receiver.
Oh, that's offensive interference that they did not call. Yeah, they did.
How about the fact that the official right next to it didn't make the call? It was the back judge that made it.
But it was the right call.
Sure.
And I would think they would decline it and make it 4th down.
That's a bad penalty to take right there.
Number 11's coming back in so he can cramp up again. I'm going to tell him stay on your feet and keep playing, son.
Why would you take this penalty? Okay. So we're going to replay 3rd down. 2 more chances at it. Houston and Killens in the backfield. I'm thinking Killens is going to motion out. No, he's going to
maybe catch a screen.
And trying to slip through, and Houston nearly throws an interception.
Yeah, number 31 from the Rockets was all over it.
Wayman Steed once again.
I guess that's why you take it, Coach. Now it's 4th and 24 instead of 4th and 4. They're going to call something on, I think, somebody in the white. I don't know. We got an unsportsmanlike.
The Mainland people are not happy right now.
Got an unsportsmanlike penalty. Referees are pushing them back, trying to get everybody to get on the proper side of the line of scrimmage. Last 38 seconds of this game
have been the longest 38 seconds of this day.
They certainly have. Dead ball. Unsportsmanlike. Blue team. That's going to bring up 4th and a bus ride. I know Coach Kramer's listening tonight, so Cuz, I hope everything's going well. He doesn't know how to text, or he would send us something.
No doubt. So another update from the Armwood game. Choctawhatchee actually missed their point after, so it was only 12 to 8.
How much time remaining? Do you get anything on that?
At the end of the third quarter, they have taken a 15 to 12 lead on Armwood.
Choctawhatchee from Fort Walton Beach will be possibly moving on.
This might be one of the longest 4th down plays.
Well, they just took another penalty too, guys.
Dead ball, delay of game. Going to take 5 more.
You have one of these plays called in the playbook, Coach?
You know, I have one all drawn up, Sam, and the Cal Bears stole it from me years ago. But you throw the ball out there to one of those receivers, and you lateral it to Killens, and then Killens laterals it to somebody else. But you got to get the other band to come out on the field. Here we go, 4th down and
forever.
California.
Houston under pressure. He's going to throw it to Halo Hanna, who's going to step out of bounds. 29 seconds left in this contest. 31 to 21 your score. Central leads Mainland. Don't want to speculate, but I think we have to go ahead and chalk this one up to the Rockets.
Well, Bill and Sam, I've had a great time working with you. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a great year for us as a group, and also for this Mainland High School team. 13 wins and 1 loss. Very devastating for these guys, I'm sure, because they figured this was the team that was going to repeat as champions, or bring home another state title, that is, for Mainland High School. Central in victory. Everybody knows it. Nobody's going to throw any cheap ones. There's some hugs going on right now. The clock will go ahead and continue to roll. And as it counts itself down and we get ready to leave the stadium for the final time this year, congratulations to Miami Central on the victory. Good luck in the state championship. And without a doubt, congratulations to Mainland High School on a phenomenal season. 13-1 is nothing to be upset about.
You know, Bill, I haven't missed a pick all year as far as the games, predicting games as they come out. And I'm going to go ahead and predict that Miami Central will win another state championship.
Okay. They're pretty good.
They are.
They got a lot of cats.
Yep. And the thing they'll find when they face that team up in the Panhandle is they'll find a bunch of really tough kids, and I'm sure it'll be an exciting game.
All right, Coach Oakham, the clock reads 000. It's now in the books, 31-21. Miami Central has defeated Mainland High School. Mainland season ends at 13-1. Central plays next weekend for a state championship. We've seen a lot of football this year. Give me one or two of your favorite things from the year, Coach.
I've really enjoyed watching Denzel Houston play throughout the course of the year. I don't think he had his best game tonight, but I think he is certainly, we heard so much about him, and I think he is definitely a star of the future. Mainland's defense, I know they have a lot of seniors, but they'll be awesome again next year. I'm certain of that. So,
well, as we said, they never rebuild.
No, they just reload, and those coaches over there do a great job of that, of getting those kids ready to play.
Sammy, final thoughts while you're here?
It's a great game, guys. These kids have nothing to hang their heads about, that's for sure. I've been hearing about Mainland all year long, and they were as advertised, so congrats to them and their coaching staff on a wonderful season. and I can't wait to see them next year. They're going to be better, I feel.
Okay. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in throughout the entire season. Thank you to Charlie Williams, who's been our internet engineer the entire year. CEO of Double D Productions, Dan Discoli. We've had Arden Gregory as one of the camera people as well, and a host of other people. So, for the last time in 2014, for Steve Allen, who couldn't be with us tonight, but he's still a part of the team, for Coach Rocky Yoakum, I'm Billy Gahagan. Your final score, Miami Central 31, Mainland 21. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Good luck to Miami Central next week, and we'll see everybody again next season. Have a good night. In on the stop, McCrary enough yards to pick up a first down and move the chains. 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers.
McCrary is he's more than just a lumbering in there kind of a guy. He can kind of go up in there and see the daylight and make a little cut and keep going forward. Not a guy you'd want to try to arm tackle.
Coach, not a guy you want to try and tackle, period.
I wouldn't want to try to tackle him.
That's a lot of human being coming at you. 1st and 10. Houston fakes it to McCrary. He's under pressure. Houston's going to roll to his right and throw near side, in and out of the hands of number 8. That's Wilford Taylor.
If they had any sort of a throw back to the away from that fake, that run fake, if they could sneak somebody out, drag them across whatever, there's no one on that left side of the offense, which is the wide side of the field.
Now we're going to see Mainland's true offense come out onto the field. Kalo Hanna and Will Collins out there now with Randy Baker.
I'd love to see him run that speed option and pitch the football. And then we got a timeout by the Rockets with 9:01 to go in the 3rd quarter. Rockets lead the Bucks 17-14. We'll be back.
Okay. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium. Billy Gahagan and Rocky Yoakum. You're watching the Mainland Buccaneers and the Miami Central Rockets. The Rockets lead the Bucks by a score of 17-14. Here in the second half, Mainland has taken the half's opening kickoff and kept possession. They're now at the 45-yard line of Miami Central. Killens on the carry. He's going nowhere.
Nope. The perimeter is the place to go on those guys because those receivers can run off the defensive backs and they can pitch the ball to Killens on the speed option. I'm going to stay with that till they do it.
Trying to find an Armwood score, the winner of this game.
Yeah, anybody out there's got an Armwood score, you can text Billy Gahagan at
my number.
That's right. If you know it, text him. If you don't, tough luck.
That's it.
Trips left. Single receiver right. This is going to be the 60, the 70, about 75 yards. Tremendous kick, tremendous coverage.
And it was through the uprights again.
Yeah, I haven't seen him put any points on the board for that, but it's pretty impressive.
Eventually that's going to be, they change enough rules. Eventually that might be something. And each time that he does it, he runs off the field. When he doesn't get it through the uprights, he's visibly disappointed in himself. So here we go. The Buccaneers will have the ball.
Their coach is saying, let's play ball here. The defense is out there on the field. They're still waiting for the Mainland offense to take the field. The time clock has now started. There's only 23 seconds left, so they're going to have to hustle out and get this first snap started. They don't want to start with a delay game penalty to begin this second half.
They're going to start out with their big group the same way they started out the first half. That's going to be Oliver and McCrary in the backfield.
They need to start quick or they're going to have to delay a game.
3, 2, 1. Got it off.
Speed sweep. Number 8 makes a nice cut.
And he stepped out of bounds. Officials are going to rule that he stepped out of bounds.
That's Wilford Taylor, I believe, number 8.
Sir. At the 33-yard line.
So big first down to open up the second half. Mainland using their speed to the outside, and at Central, I guess if you get around the end, they take you out because number 7's leaving and 12 is replacing him. Here comes the Bucks. They're in their big boy, you say. They got their big boys out there. 2 tight ends, 2 defensive players in the backfield.
McCrary on the carry.
Nimble feet for a big boy.
So that would be a McCarry?
A McCarry, that's right. I'm going to have a couple of those on my way home tonight.
Oh, that's so bad.
Kevin McCrary is a junior. He's got offers from Duke, UMass, North Carolina. Duke and North Carolina, he must be a pretty smart kid as well.
UMass as well. Well, I mean,
UMass, oh, absolutely. I don't mean to cast dispersions on UMass. North Carolina State, South Florida, and UAB.
Okay, so the Buccaneers are going to stay in this particular offensive set. It's going to be second down. And we'll call it 4 from the 39-yard line.
This will be Denzel keeping it. No, he's going to throw it. He's going to keep it and throw it. And, oh, receiver just opening up right there. Again, that's Wilford Taylor trying to go down the far sideline, and he's covered by number 35, who's an extremely tall fella.
He's the young man that caught the tipped
right, intercepted the ball.
Interception.
Yep.
Or the tipped pass that led to his interception, which then led to a Miami Central touchdown.
I thought they might have the quarterback lead. I'm sure they've got that as part of this game plan in this set.
Staying once again with the big guys.
I'm really surprised. Well,
Portland is looking to get back to the state championship game for the first time since 2003 when they won the 5A state championship. On the other hand, Miami Central is looking to make it a 3rd consecutive time. We've talked about it before. It'll be slightly disappointing for either team if they don't make it to the championship game next weekend.
Did you say slightly disappointing?
Slightly.
Yeah, it'll be very. Yes, they will be highly disappointed, I do believe. But you know, if it didn't matter, I've been on the bus with teams after a game that there was a loss and there was laughing and joking. There won't be any of that tonight. You know, a lot of these seniors, that's the great thing about the playoffs is you never know when it's going to be your last game. You're out there and you're a senior and you're playing, you know, there's probably 20 seniors on each team and 20 of them are through with their last high school football game tonight.
Well, we know coming into the game that Mainland was at full strength. They finally got Kalo Hanna back and a few other guys. Now, standing there at the 32-yard line with a crutch is number 10, Ja'Kai Polite, Coach. I don't know if you saw that or not, but losing him is huge for Mainland.
Oh, my. I mean, I know that they have some special offensive plays for Polite. They've dodged the bullet. Their kicker has handled the punting chores well enough. He hasn't made a critical error in it, but Polite is such a strong defensive end. They call him All-State at practice, and I won't be the least bit surprised if he doesn't win one of those awards as an All-State player. But just a junior, and hopefully it'd be something that he could rebound from and play next week. But it's a pretty good strain of some sort because as you watch him walk right there, he can barely get along right there. It's one of those things you wonder if he'd be back in a week or not.
But the importance of Ja'Kai Polite goes far beyond defensive end and punter, Coach. We've seen him line up. He's a
football.
He's a threat for the jump ball. We've seen him block. We've seen him in the red zone. We've seen him play cornerback. I mean, the kid does it all.
Yes, he does. And he's going to have to count on his teammates to press on and get this thing done. And I tell you what, if they do that in his absence, I think that'll be a tremendous effort by Mainland. But we've got another 24 minutes of football to be played right here.
Definitely a big second half for the Buccaneers. They're going to receive the second half kickoff. We could probably tell everybody what's going to happen because we've seen the Central kicker 4 times tonight. Trailing 17-14, the Bucks again will get the ball first in the second half.
So it's 60 yards to the goal line and another 10, 70 to the end line here on this kick if you're wanting to do the math on how far he kicks this thing. Not much breeze here tonight. And that one is going to see Polite at tight end, but we're seeing number 16 in there right now. Brunson. There's the quarterback keep. He's outside the contain. He's getting a great block from Taylor, and he's out of bounds for the first down. Nice block by the wide receiver.
And that's one of the things that Denzel does so well. We've seen him get around the edge on teams, and he's not a bury his shoulder type of guy. He takes what's given to him, and then he just steps out of bounds.
I was talking with Coach Garner, the running back coach, the other day, and he said that Denzel plays football like he's playing a video game. He has nothing bothers him, and he has poise in every situation. Here we come, power again, straight at him. This is the adjustment Mainland has made.
Kyle Oliver on the carry. He's going to pick up about a yard. Brought down, one of the tacklers was number 9, Adam Madison, along with Wayman Steed.
Mainland definitely has a size advantage when they have the ball. Both offenses are bigger than their defensive counterparts. But if you look out there, every defensive player has an eligible number on that I can see so far, every one of them.
2nd down and 8 for the Buccaneers.
Got a
I think
dead
we're
ball
gonna have
foul.
Something called against
Mainland, I would
Central's
guess.
defense maybe jumped off sides. It's one or the other here, folks.
Dead ball. Offside Rockets. That'll cut that from 2nd and 8 down to 2nd and 3, and that's always a better play or situation to be in to call a play.
Well, like Coach Allen always says, it's easier to call those plays.
Yes.
So 2nd and 3 for the Buccaneers. They've crossed the 50, and they're into Miami Central territory. They have the ball resting at the 48-yard line.
I think they've decided here if they can maintain possession of the ball, keep it away from Central. If they could march it down here and score, that would be quite a feat. Counter.
Following the blocks of McCrary and Oliver. Wow. Your buddy, number 35, coming in, Jamel Cook.
Is Jamel's height listed there, Coach?
Jamel Cook is listed at 6'3", 180 pounds.
And he may be one of the 2 or 3 biggest players on the defense. They've got a bunch of 170, 80-pound guys playing in the defensive line.
They have a freshman defensive lineman that's 6 foot, 230 pounds, but that's just freshman. That's just baby fat.
Here they come again. 2 tight ends, 1 flanker.
3rd and short.
Outside, McCurry's going to bull his way, and he's going to get to the 40 or to the 45-yard line, and that's going to be enough for the first down.
Donovan Thompson and Calvin Bruton. Welcome back to Municipal Stadium and Larry Kelly Field. Billy Gahagan, Rocky Yoakum. We are about to end halftime. Miami Central leading Mainland by a score of 17-14. Coach, in the first half, we saw Central open up the game with a scoring drive. They kicked a field goal, forced a Mainland punt. They had 3 plays, 3 yards. They punted. As we all know, Ja'Kai Polite did not do the punting. Ja'Kai's been hurt. We haven't seen him at all in the first half. And then Mainland goes on to score 2 touchdowns through the air, forcing 2 Central punts their next couple of possessions. And then Mainland throws a pick, which leads to a score. They then punt, a touchdown run by Central, 17-14. Thoughts on the first half?
Thought it was a well-played half. I thought both teams' strategies look really good to me. It will be interesting to see what kind of halftime adjustments are made here and which team blinks, because this is going to be anybody's football game. A turnover here or a special teams play there could certainly turn this around. I think both teams have enough character to stay in this thing.
We, as most people know, mainly